Alright, finally off work. First of all, work sucked, so sorry, getting a little late to this. I don't like starting this stuff this late. So, we'll start with the new stuff that I can grasp. So, there are some crusade changes. Guild trophies have been added to the solo bosses. I don't know how much, but I'm sure there are going to be at least some, especially since there's been a ton of bitching all over Facebook about the segregation of trophies. And I know if you watch their videos, they're saying there are some people that are saying good stuff. I know Slazy's on one of their fan pages for Facebook, and same one I'm on, and I'm on their official one. I have yet to see a single person say anything positive about any of the commander changes that they have made. Not one person. That being said, they're starting to go back into the direction of where they need to go. Secret bosses will now summon at a consistent rate and are no longer probability based. At a constant rate. So, I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna be not randomly generated, and you don't have to go fight for fragments and blah 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 bullshit. They're probably gonna be a little bit more set, and or they're gonna have some kind of a summon button, or I don't know. Who knows? It's gonna be hard to tell until the actual event starts, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit better than the last one. Overkill and Ultra Kill bosses will now spawn more often when you achieve Overkill objectives. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't exactly understand how this was a problem before. Four overkills and you got an Overkill boss. Kill 4 Overkill bosses, you got an Ultra Kill boss. There was a damn meter to tell you exactly how and when you were going to get one. I guess I'm not understanding exactly how this is going to be. Additional challenge loot tickets have been added to the event store. So the challenges are obviously not going away, which is fine. I hope to God that they added more flipping maps and then added a challenge screen second. Probably not. But I know the only way you could get challenge loot tickets in the last event was Dust, which cost a small fortune, or Ultra Kill bosses. Well, once you got to a certain level, shit, I couldn't kill an Ultra Kill boss at 500% if I tried. I could not get 420 billion hit points in one fail swoop. I couldn't even knock him down and get the 360 billion overkill. The best I could do was 321. So, yeah, that's stupid. And of course, writing another 6,000. Yeah, I said 6,000. $6,000 relic. That's ridiculously stupid for a guild versus guild, but whatever. They want their money. Then, of course, ready for your Water Slayer Affinity. We are about to ready to roll over to 3.0. For those of you who've done the update, I've not experienced any issues. There's a lot of people complaining on Facebook. Most of them that I'm reading are iPhone users. I think slightly older iPhones, like iPhone 6s and 7s, that are having the issue. They're the ones that are having problems with lagging and connection issues, even on Wi-Fi. I've done a couple of bounty dungeons, no problem. So I think it's mostly isolated iPhone users at this point in time. So if you have not done the update and you are an iPhone user, don't. Hold off. If you have done the update and you're an iPhone user, if you're on one of the newer ones like the iPhone X and the iPhone XLR, or XR, whatever the iPhone's up to now. If you're on one of those, you might be okay. Then again, you might want to go ahead and hold off just to be safe. So we'll go ahead and get into this. As you see, I have not started on any of this yet. I'll start messing with this later. The only reason why I have one rune is because I had one of the cards already in inventory. I do want raw. My very, very first event that I really got into was the Light Slayer event, which you saw Danny, the unicorn head dude, and I never got to fully evolve the support card. This was the first event that I actually got to fully evolved event card. I was not in this particular guild. I was in another guild when I started this. And I can tell you right now, if they're going with the same way that they're going, the next event card that they're going to do will be the blue event card, which is this little jewel right here, Blue Slayer. If they do the next one, which will be the purple event card, that be a commander, that will be this little jewel right here. And I'm trying to remember the event after that. Oh, it was Green Slayer, I believe, which would be this little jewel right here. And then that's where I start getting lost after that. Because if it's Green Slayer... Hell, I can't keep half this stuff straight anymore. I'll worry about it later. We'll get back to the event. Okay. First and foremost, I'm really digging this deck. Really digging this deck. So we'll go over the first one. Support card. As you see, they are giants. So giant relics are going to help them do more damage. Unfortunately, the only giant relic I had, the two I have, one's a light affinity and the other one is a green affinity. So that being said, the issue I see is going to be I won't be able to use the relics until I get something else to help put red gems on the board, if I am able to even use it at all. I'm also liking the new style that we're doing with the card here. It's a different style dragon versus the old style. If you look at the Master Collection card, it's not the same style dragon as before. It's very, very different. This is part of the 3.0. If some of you saw, you're actually going to be able to upgrade these cards even past a 6-star. If some of you watched the video, there's ways to, I don't know if it's going to be awaken or not awaken, but ascend them or something. They showed it with the blue ultra rare from the first Slayer event. I'm very intrigued on how that's going to work. So, but yeah, this is the start of 3.0 right here, what you're seeing. So these are what you're going to start getting used to. All right, Warrior Giant. So creates 1 fire gem for the next 3 turns. On the 4th turn, creates 5 fire gems. And if their intensity is above 100, applies a smoldering status for 1 turn and heals for 2,000 hero recovery. Keep that little piece of information in mind, the smoldering status. This will also increase your fire commander intensity by 10. So it's every time he attacks, he's going to dispel weaken. Weaken just basically means you can't hit quite as hard. Doesn't really do much of anything else other than you can't hit quite as hard. But keep an eye on that smoldering. That smoldering is going to power up your Dilophosaurus and the Magma Ventrex skills. Next, we have the event card, which is your Dilophosaurus or Dilophosaurifera, whatever it is. It's a fucking Dilophosaurus. Just get over it. So his skill is he's going to create 3 Power Gem 1s. I suspect this will go up to 4 when he is a 5-star or 6-star. This effect will double while under the effect of the Smoldering buff, which means when that event card's been activated on turn 4 and he activates that Smoldering buff, then you activate this card and he's going to do, instead of 4, he's going to do 8 Power Gem 1s. Nice. Get and Dispel Toxin. Toxin will prevent you from using any type of ability that heals you. If you also notice, this card is gold. Not exactly for sure why. I'm sure some of this will be explained as the meta goes on, but we will see. And then our next one is dun dun dun, the ultra rare. This is the reason why I'm so liking this deck. Creates 1 Fire Gem 2 for the next 3 turns, and on the 4th turn creates 2 Fire Gem 2s. And if your intensity is above 50, adds the Smoldering status for 1 turn and heals for 2,000 hero recovery. Sounds vaguely familiar. The only difference between the ultra rare and the support card is that he's creating power gems instead of regular gems. So he's still going to give you that Smoldering status for 1 turn that's going to basically double what the event card and the Master Collection card is going to do. So there's no point in chasing this guy unless you just want more power gems. And he doesn't increase your intensity in any way, shape, or form. Who gives a shit? The only thing that's nice is that he does this at 50 intensity versus 100. So he's going to do it a little quicker. But he doesn't do anything else. He doesn't increase your intensity. He heals you at the same rate. I expect this to go up to 3,000 intensity on both the cards when they're done. But, I mean, that's it. So, basically, the ultra rare is null and voided unless you just want more power gems. Other than that, who cares about this damn thing? Oh, and he dispels Alkari. Well, if y'all remember from the last event, it just means you can't slow the boss's counter. Who cares? This card is a joke. This card is not necessary. This card, if you get it on the first tier, awesome. If you try for it on the 3rd tier and you get it, awesome. I would not waste my time chasing this card. He is not worth it. That card's a joke. Unless you're going for a full event deck, which we've all discovered doesn't work very well, I would not even come close to wasting my time or money on him. And that brings us up to our Master Collection card. Wow. Creates 4 Power Gems 4s. And if that Smoldering buff is affected, it's doubled. That's 8 Power Gem 4s as long as that Smoldering buff's in effect. And if you have another, or have the event card, that's going to be 8 Power Gem 1s. That's 16 Power Gems on the board. If you happen to get lucky and get 2, that's 24 Power Gems on the board. Well, shit. Who cares? 24 Power Gems on the board? If you can't do enough damage with 24 Power Gems on the board, 8 of them being Power Gem 4s, we've got problems. I mean, seriously, that's more than enough damage to kill a legendary boss. Seriously, so most of us should be doing okay. If you get this card, good. And then Also, he will every third attack will increase your giant attack by up to 30% for the next turn at a drop rate of 7.5% plus additional 7.5% for 100 intensity. So he's going to allow you to, hit harder, of course. Dispels blind. Of course, we all know the Master Collection card is not required to dispel anything. Special, unless they happen to do another Ultra Kill Boss weekend, and then this will be necessary. But other than that, his counter's not necessary, but not a bad little card. So, I told most of you guys I already know what I'm going to do for a deck. So, my intentions are one of two things. 2 support cards, 1 event card, Master Collection card if I can get him, and then I'll show you my other little jewel I'm going to use, or 1 support card, 2 event cards, 1 Master Collection card if I can get him. And then what I want to use, and some of us have this little booger, is this guy. Every 3 turns, he's going to create 6 Power Gem 1s, which means if you can time it just right, he is going to allow 6 more Power Gems on top of the 24 you already got. If math serves me right, that's going to be a board completely full of Power Gems. Yeah. He's going on my team. Plus, I have a relic for him. If you don't have him, but you happen to have this gentleman, this is the regular event card, he will do 3 Power Gems. 4 Power Gem 1s, so it's just 2 less every 3 turns. So that's still going to put quite a bit of Power Gems on your board. So, this is still an awesome option for those of you who have it. And honestly, if you had to pick between what you got, it's either going to be this dragon or this dragon if you got him. Those are going to be what I will be running with. That's what I'll be playing with. If I come up with a better idea, which I don't have a lot of red commanders to be honest with you, I'll let you guys know. One other commander that might be helpful if some of you have him, this guy goes with Raw. The only reason why I say is because passively each time you attack, he is going to create 3 gems, so he could kind of help, keep everything going. And if you happen to have Raw on your team, he will actually help increase the God Hero intensity for Raw and allow Raw to hit a little harder, and might actually help you out if you happen to have this card. So those are the deck ideas. That's the event. I'm extremely excited about this one. I'm really liking this this deck and this setup, so we'll see how it goes. And I wish everyone the best of luck. Again, if you guys have questions, ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. All right? Good luck to all of you.